And we're back again to continue the retro future look, as this time we have a look at Fangro, who I got on the same day as Tail Club here, but I opened Fangro second. So yeah, again, this is my future that I want to see more of. More of this, please, from third party, because these are, well, you'll see for yourself. So yeah, let's get into it with the Glacialord. Here again is the retro future line. Last time we looked at Tail Club, and now we'll have a look at Fangro this time, guys. And Fangro is of course a red saber tooth with a lovely little tiny robot as well. Some great yellow fangs on this guy, with some nice green eyes, some bits of grey on there. Nice G1-y looking aesthetic. Maybe the tail is a little bit stumpy. But the actual robot, I think, is my favourite out of the figures I have at the moment. I like how he has a faceplate and stuff. I think he's overall a lot nicer to look at than the ones that have the faces on them. The stickers on him that have been applied, of course, are quite good. They have little bits of tech detail, like the old G1 stuff, which I always appreciate. And of course, he can do the riding mode, which is the point of this line. I love the fact that the little dudes can ride their beasts. It's a neat little gimmick, which I do appreciate. So let's go over Fangro's articulation, at least this little robot. He has pegs for arms, so they can go all the way up and, all the way around. The legs are separate hinges, so they do wobble only that far back. You have to bend them one at a time, like I did before, to get them up, just to make it easier on yourself and put less strain on the toy. But they do go like that quite nicely eventually. You flip them up and flip the arms down, and there you go. You've got him ready to be combined with his robot body, so we'll put him there. And the actual saber tooth here's articulation. We have articulation here at the knee. It's for the transformation, obviously, so it's not the best looking of motions, but there you go. Let's straighten that out. The back legs also move. They just, swivel back and forth as you would. And that's really about it. I mean, the head here, we've got a bit of mouth articulation, which I do like, with a tiny little gun inside there. Or you could say it's a gun. Maybe he breathes fire. I don't know. I'm not a saber-tooth cat guy. His head can move up and down, or look up and down when I get it going. There we go. You can get it to bend all the way down, but of course, it's not the most natural looking of movements, but it's a G1 style toy, so it's not meant to. And the neck can go, if I can get it, there we go, it can go up, but again, it's a giant gap there, which isn't too natural, really, is it? But there you go. Right, there we go. This is all set up, so we'll get the little robot Fangro here, and I'll just show you actually his mode. On here, on his back, is obviously where he goes, and it's a lot more intelligent than Tail Clubs, where you just kind of slot him into the top. As I mentioned previously in his video, what you do here is this top panel, you just pull it back and boom, it's hidden. It's probably the most intelligent way they've done it so far. Like his beast riding mode, it was just really nicely incorporated into the animal. And can be hidden as well, which I do appreciate. But it's time we take Fangro here and make him a robot man. Similar to Tail Club in his robot mode, Fangro is very G1, and to me, that's only a good thing. In some ways, I think I do prefer the colour scheme on Fangro here to Tail Club. I like the yellow, I like the black, and I think the red kind of mixes all really nicely together. And for a G1 style toy, there's not much back kibble at all, which is pretty good. Now for articulation, he's similar to Tail Club. His arms are on a peg and will go all the way around, but due to his transformation, you can kind of move this part of his arm, and I don't know, if you want, you can flip it up like that. I prefer it to have the correct way around, just like that. These legs can move, so if you want to move the arms all the way around, just move them out of the way, and there you go. That's all this articulation, guys, That's all you need for this kind of G1 style toy. But hey, just for a reference to see what he's like next to a G1 toy, how about I get an aerial bot? And there we go. You can see that they fit really nicely together. They look similar. This one looks like he's later on down the line than the aerial bot, but they work together quite nicely, I think, anyway. And you may wonder where his tail and head are. Well, they're in my hand, and guess why? Because he's kind of sort of Targetmaster-y in the fact that we can get his head here, and with a little bit of doohickying and flipping of things, which I really like. An opening of the mouth, which serves a purpose. We can get the peg here, slap this together, and have a gun. I really, really dig this, because this is as close to old school Targetmaster as we've had in years. So this tickles every single one of my buttons. It really does, and I love the look of it. It's a giant head with a gun coming out of it. That's badass, in my eyes anyway. And it's a nice way to use up all the extra bits, really. But he does have another mode. He has an arm mode, so let's take him to that mode now. From robot mode, it's real simple. Just attach the head and, flip this bit down. And there you go. You've got a new arm mode. And, it looks like a Scramble City Combiner, because it is. And there's a port for the hand. And, it's not the best looking arm, but it's big and chunky at least, and you can move the head down if you want. I don't know why, maybe to fill out the shoulder a bit more, but I think it looks neat. He looks like a solid, satisfying arm, and hey, maybe you want to just fiddle around with him a bit more, and I don't know, let's turn him to a foot mode. This is how you do it, you just place these bits around, flip the legs down, and arrange the head so it looks a bit nicer, and that's really it. That's the foot mode. That's all you have to do. Let's get a foot and plop him together, and yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do for foot mode. And again, looks like a Scramble City Combiner limb, which is what I like. And like Tail Club, he has the old school instructions and the fancy stickers that you can apply if you like, or leave them unapplied. I'm going to leave them unapplied, personally. But it's awesome, I love this. And that's really all there is to Fangro. That's him in a nutshell. And I would say he's a pretty damn solid little toy if you're into G1. If you're not, then this is not going to change your mind. I still say that these fit in really nicely with G1 toys. As I say, it does feel like a later run of the G1 stuff. Maybe in the 90s, the early 90s, maybe the real late 80s. But it feels like these toys fit in so well around that area. And I like the fact that you can get the headpiece, I suppose, and you can switch them around with the other ones. I think that's a nice little gimmick. I love the fact that the stickers are not applied properly and they're just kind of everywhere. I love the boxes. There's just so much about this line I like, and I really hope to continue it, or they continue it, into the retro future. So the last one I'll be doing is, of course, Tusker, so I will catch you guys for Tusker.